What high earners get wrong about Roth IRAs and how to fix it. If you're a high earner, you've probably heard this 1,000 times. Put your money in a Roth IRA, it grows tax-free. And while that's true, here's the surprising thing. Most high income earners either can't contribute directly to a Roth, or they contribute to a Roth in a way that doesn't give them the benefits they think they're getting. I see these mistakes all the time. They can cost you tens of thousands of dollars in unnecessary taxes over your lifetime. The good news, there are clear ways to fix them once you know how the rules actually work. Hi, I'm Scott Beasley, Certified Financial Planner at Gateway Financial Partners. Today we're breaking down what high earners get wrong about Roth IRAs and what you can do differently so you don't miss out on the tax-free growth. If you'd like to see how these strategies could work in your own plan, book a call with me using the link in the description below. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1, thinking you can contribute directly when you're over the income limit. This is the first roadblock most high income earners hit. Once your modified adjusted gross income goes over a certain level, you're not allowed to make a direct Roth IRA contribution. For 2025, if you're single and your income is over roughly $165,000 or married and over $246,000, you're phased out. Yet I meet people every year who still contribute directly because they didn't know there was a limit. Here's what happens. The IRS will eventually catch it, and you'll owe taxes and penalties on those excess contributions. The fix? If you're over the limit, the right move is a backdoor Roth IRA. Contribute to a traditional IRA, which is non-deductible, then convert that amount to a Roth IRA. Done properly, there's no income limit on conversions, so it's completely legal. But there's a catch. You have to do it in the right order and understand the rules, or you could accidentally create a tax mess. A Roth IRA conversion, sometimes called a backdoor Roth strategy, is a way to contribute to a Roth IRA when income exceeds standard limits. The converted amount is treated as taxable income and may affect your tax bracket. Federal, state, and local taxes may apply. If you're required to take a minimum distribution in the year of conversion, it must be completed before converting. To qualify for tax-free withdrawals, you must generally be age 59 and a half and hold the converted funds in the Roth IRA for at least 5 years. Each conversion has its own 5-year period, and early withdrawal penalties may be subject to a 10% penalty unless an exception applies. Income limits still apply for future direct Roth IRA contributions. Mistake number 2, forgetting the tax implications of conversions. The backdoor Roth sounds simple, but here's where a lot of high earners get burned. When you convert money from a traditional IRA to a Roth IRA, the amount you convert is taxable in that year. I've seen people convert $100,000 or $200,000 in one go without realizing it bumps them into a much higher tax bracket. Instead of tax-free growth, they get a surprising tax bill they weren't expecting. The fix? Plan conversions strategically. Sometimes it makes sense to convert in smaller chunks over a few years. Other times, it's best to do conversions in low-income years, like right after retirement, but before you start Social Security or RMDs. A Roth conversion can be incredibly powerful, but only when it's done with a clear plan. Mistake 3, not coordinating Roth contributions with employer plans. Many high earners stop at the IRA level. They assume that if they can't contribute directly to a Roth IRA, that's the end of the story. But here's the opportunity almost everyone misses. Roth 401ks. Roth 401ks have no income limits. That means even if you earn $300,000, you can still contribute the Roth portion of your 401k, and the limits are much higher. In 2025, you can contribute up to $23,500 or $31,000 if you're over 50. I've worked with high earners who went years without realizing this option existed in their employer plan. That's years of lost tax-free growth. The fix? Log into your 401k portal or talk to HR and see if your plan offers a Roth 401k option. Often you can direct some or all of your contributions to that Roth bucket. Mistake number 4, forgetting about the pro-rata rule. This is the hidden trap with backdoor Roth contributions. If you have any pre-tax money in a traditional IRA, SEP IRA, or simple IRA, the IRS looks at all of your IRAs combined when you do a conversion. So if you convert just the after-tax amount, you can't separate it out. A big portion of your conversion will be taxable because of something called the pro-rata rule. I've seen people think they were doing a tax-free backdoor Roth only to discover that 80% of their conversion was taxable. The fix? Before you do a backdoor Roth, move your pre-tax IRA balances into your 401k or 403b if your plan allows it. That way, the only money left in your IRA is after-tax contributions, making the conversion clean and avoiding an ugly tax bill. Mistake 5. Thinking a Roth is always better. A Roth IRA has one of the best reputations of any retirement account, and for a good reason. If you put in after-tax dollars, it grows tax-free, and when you take the money out in retirement, it comes out tax-free. That sounds perfect, right? So perfect that many high earners think I should move everything I can into a Roth. More Roth is always better. But here's the part most people don't realize. Whether a Roth is the best option for you depends on your tax bracket now versus your tax bracket later. Why this matters. If you're in the top tax bracket today, let's say 37%, and you expect to retire a much lower income, paying that 37% now, just have tax-free withdrawals later, might not be the best deal. In other words, by converting too much or putting everything into a Roth right now, you could be giving the IRS a bigger check than necessary. On the other hand, if you're in a lower tax bracket today, or think tax rates overall will be higher in the future, a Roth can be a fantastic deal. You pay tax now at a lower rate and avoid paying tax later when it could be much higher. Real world example, I worked with a high earning couple in their mid 40s earning around $500,000 a year. They had been making Roth conversions every year thinking tax-free later is always better. But when we ran the math, it turned out that they were paying tax at the highest bracket today when their retirement income was projected to be less than half of that. By slowing down their conversions and spreading them out over several years, we saved them hundreds of thousands of dollars in unnecessary taxes. What's the fix? Tax diversification. Instead of going all in on Roth or all in on pre-tax, build tax diversification into your retirement accounts. This means keep some money in pre-tax accounts like 401ks or traditional IRAs so you can withdraw it in lower income years at a lower tax rate. Build in some Roth savings for future tax-free withdrawals, and maintain a taxable brokerage account for flexibility. This mix gives you the ability to choose where your income comes from in retirement so you can manage your taxes year by year instead of being locked in. The big picture? The best Roth strategy is a balanced Roth strategy. Don't assume it's always better to convert as much as possible today. Instead, match your Roth contributions or conversions to your tax situation. Sometimes the smartest move is to do less Roth right now and more later when your income and tax rates change. So, what do high earners get wrong about Roth IRAs? They try to contribute directly when they're not allowed. They underestimate the tax hit from conversions. They ignore Roth 401k opportunities at work. They forget about the pro-rata rule, and they assume that Roth is always better without looking at the bigger picture. The good news? Every one of these mistakes can be fixed if you know the rules and plan ahead. When you get this right, Roth accounts can give you one of the biggest advantages in retirement: tax-free growth and tax-free withdrawals. And it's not just about today, it's about having more control over your taxes for decades. So let me ask you, have you tried using Roth IRA as a high earner? Did you run into income limits or discover the backdoor Roth strategy? Or maybe you've been ignoring Roth altogether because it seems too complicated. And if this were helpful, here's what to do next. Subscribe to the channel for practical retirement and tax strategies every single week. If you want to know exactly what Roth strategy fits into your income and retirement plan, reach out. The link is in the description below. Getting advice that's tailored to your situation can save you tens of thousands of dollars over time and give you peace of mind you're doing this the smart way. Thanks for watching. Get this right today and you'll thank yourself 20 years from now when you have more tax-free income and fewer tax surprises. Know that this material is meant for informational purposes only and does not constitute tax, legal, or investment advice. Please consult a qualified tax professional